It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So, great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jalen Phillips able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Granson
there to make the grab.
And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Colts 14, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Tua to try again on 2nd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10, Taylor now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. Caught left side, Williams. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Miami.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tua's throw here taken in by Parker. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for 6. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On play action, here's Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tua to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Colts 24. Dolphins nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Steps away to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua dancing to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's caught at the 25. They do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Indy.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Taylor. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's Tua. Looking deep for Julio. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 1st down, Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
2nd and 2. Again, it's Taylor.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right now. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Taylor. Pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Extra score, Colts 37, Dolphins 8. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Jones.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And down to the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he's going to go down as time has now run out of this game. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how...